Portland Sports Arena, this is Portland Wrestling. Your ringside host, Frank Bonema. Brought to you in part by Tom Peterson's, Oregon's largest TV stereo and appliance store. Tom Peterson's, 82nd and Southeast Foster Road. And by Friendly Chevrolet in Lake Oswego. Whether you're looking for a new or used car or truck, see the folks at Friendly Chevrolet. And a very good Saturday evening to you all, whatever you might be doing on this great July day.
Hello and welcome back to TEW9's exploration of the Portland territory from the 2nd of August 1970. Go in your way, way, way back machines. We are going back in time. Leave the current world and the NXTs and the ROHs, the AEWs, the WWEs. We're going back to Portland Wrestling. And last night, what show did we have last night? Let's look at the news here. We have to buy a newspaper to find out what happened last night. Redwood Rebellion 70 through 15,000 fans. We could have packed more in there, but we followed the last episode to see why. And these are all the amazing things that are happening. Fans amazed by Torquemada. Torquemada added a brand new move to his arsenal last night, getting one of the best reactions of the evening at Redwood Rebellion 70 in the process. The move, which some have described as fantastic, is likely to play a starring role in his moveset going forward. And I think we're going to see him a lot more going forward, because you know what? Right now, he is our Pacific Northwest heavyweight champion. In the meantime and in between time, there's not much going on because we're going to have a show tonight. It is Sunday night and Portland Wrestling is on TV live. You might have noticed my get-up today. I am Commissioner William Regal. That's my name. My name is Darren Matthews. I'm a wrestling wrestler, 40 odd years now. I'm Marine, part of the Blackpool Combat Club. Yeah, waistcoat and everything. No, I'm not cosplaying as William Regal. I do promos sometimes because I'm a wrestler on the independent circuit in Europe. And my free time when I'm not doing the podcasts. But hey, here we go. So, should we look at... We've got some storylines on the go. Nothing new. I want to start now after this past huge show that we had. Should we just do a really quick recap? So Torquemada beat Antonio Iannucci there. He got a very good rating for the title. Moondog Mayne beat Freddie Blassie in a loser leaves town match. And Freddie has left town. He's not here anymore. A celebration with Blassie's hair. And Roddy Piper won a battle royal. It's like a let-up match of the show. Donna Christianello, a very dominant female champion, retained. Dean Ho, Tony Bourne, the tag team everybody loves. A really good rating here. And they beat Mark Lewin and Kurt von Steiger. Lewin is obviously feuding with Tony Bourne. That's where it is here. Gene Knitsky beat Bobby Shane, the new up-and-comer. This is Gene Knitsky. And I've seen some things about Bobby Shane recently. And I'm noticing a pattern. A pattern which I've got now. I've got Moondog Mayne, which I'm pushing a lot, and Bobby Shane. Hey, the names rhyme as well. Both wrestlers. I kind of want to use them in this one as much as I can do because they've got something in common. They both died in accidents. I think Bobby Shane was on the plane accident, the same one as Johnny Valentine was on. And he got broken back and had to retire afterwards. And someone else died in that one, but also Bobby Shane died in that one. As a young 20-something-year-old. And then Moondog Mayne, Lonnie Mayne, he also died in a car accident in Portland. So two of these wrestlers who had a lot of potential in the start of the 70s, the mid-70s, and obviously didn't get to live up to what they would actually become. So we'll see. Give the night off. I don't think we should give anybody the night off. I think we need everybody on screen and around. See what we want to do. Tonight's location. Is there anywhere else? We should edit this one. Change that one. We've got to be at our local sports arena, right? It's our place, yeah. And we can get soon double the amount of fans for that one, but we're not in it for the money. Well, we will be in it for the money later down the line, but right now we are in it for the entertainment. We're in it for being in the crowd. We're in it for realism. Booking meeting. Okay, which ideas do we have left? Ray Stevens, creative finish. Antonio Inoki creative finish. Let's have a look for angle ideas, maybe. A good angle idea. Anything? Bit of a gamble. Tony Bourne, he likes a gamble. Tony Bourne, was he the gambler in WCW? No, he wasn't. A big gamble. Dean Ho. Okay, we've got 2 big gamble angles. This will be the show known as the Show of Gambles, Locker Room Incident. And that itself is an angle. As an angle is a gambling angle. Anytime you press that one, it's a gamble. Wait for it. Okay, Locker Room Incidents. Head men's trainer ran a pre-show training drills for Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, Greg Valentine, Don Morocco, all future Hall of Famers, getting the start here in wrestling with Antonio Inoki, teaching them how to roll. And Kurt Von Steiger, he has got a creative finish. He's got a creative mind. Beauregard, always a laugh riot backstage, but also a very creative fella. So, all positives today. We have done something right. So 2 extra ideas, and the training thing went well. Open forum, I think, on this one. We're going to address the locker room. Could pull a rib. Do an intervention. Ooh, could we do an intervention? I'm thinking Chris Colt. No, team bonding. Is it too soon? Nah, open forum. Oh, everybody got a small morale boost. Okay, everything is going swimmingly well. Absent workers. 2 absent friends. Big Bad John. We still haven't seen him yet. Tiger Chun-Li is working in Japan tonight. And Dick Murdoch is down in Florida. So, how should we start the show? I'm thinking we load up on a big elimination tag match as the main event. Got our major stars, we've got our regular stars. Faces, we've got 4 major baby faces. I wouldn't mind having him in a tag match though, later down the line. Okay, Antonio Inoki. Moondog Mane, who just vanquished the evil Freddie Blassie last night. Tony Bourne, he's very tough. Who else we got on the face side here? We've got Eric, he's the tag champions there. Bobby Shane, perfect. Okay. So we've got Mane and Shane, who I would like to maybe use as a tag team in the future. Let's see. Call them the Heavenly Bodies or something. The Von Steigers. Very good. Frankie Von Lane. And he is feuding with... We've got Gene Knitsky here. He beat Bobby Shane there. Keep them apart. We'll push the fella, Mark Lewin. Because he was in the match there. He's got this feud going on with Tony Bourne. This is how we get Mark Lewin more over. So he's kind of a honorary German for this one. And this is going to be our main event of the evening, so about 14 minutes. An all-star babyface team. The crowd here love Tony Bourne. And we want Antonio Inoki to get his victory here. Storytelling. Now, did he have a creative finish? Yes, he did. And it's a safe bet. So that will be hopefully a good boost for this one. I want to think he's storytelling. During the match, we would like to have seventh elimination. No, it doesn't really matter too much. We would like to have Destruction Tokamata to keep the feud going. I mean, we're going to have something there. Tokamata will be at ringside trying to put Antonio off. The staff here, we are going to have Mr. Gene Knitsky. You know how charismatic he is, on play-by-play, making little jabs, making little bobs at Bobby Shane. And it's a live TV show, so we'll see. A road agent can also be a competitor. Tony Bourne, you get off your road agent things. We make Gene there. He could be the one. Gene Knitsky. All right. As an angle. What, 4 minutes? Backstage. Hype video. Tony Miyanoki. Tough Tony Bourne. Moondog. And then Bobby Shane. The All-Stars tribute. Not like an All-Star tribute act like the All-Star wrestlers. When they did like tribute shows in the like for the fake WWF wrestlers in the 90s around the UK. Hey, if you remember that. That's not what this is. This is a video 4 minutes, 1 minute on each of the wrestlers. Antonio Iannucci, Bobby Shane, all the lads there. So we know who the people we're going to cheer are. Talking about tag matches. So we got a warning before. If we look at the titles here, the tag team belts, they have not been defended for 42 days. And that's something we need to remedy here. Who do we have to face? Dean Ho and Eric. On the heel side, Dutch Savage, Gene Kinitsky, Haruo Sasaki, The Claw, Torquemada. Claw and Kamata, they would be a good tag team, wouldn't they? Dutch Savage, Gene Kinitsky. Let's shake things up a bit. Not that we haven't already, but tag team. Gene and Dean Ho have had a thing. Dutch Savage and them. Okay. Gene Kinitsky is going to get the victory. Steal the show. Tainted win. And the titles are on the line. The stuff. Everything makes sense here. Okay. So we're going to have a title change there. Backstage, cutting a promo. No, an interview. And we can have Keith. I was going to say Keith Mitchell. No, Keith Jackson. Dean Ho and Eric. And they are Carl, Kurt, Frankie Von Lane. So, Eric wants justice. So, Eric Froelich still embroiled in the battle, the war of words against those lads. And post-match, 4 minutes in the ring. We will say a brawl, beatdown, save the day, saving the day. The attackers, Kurt, Carl, Frankie. And the victim is going to stay in the ring after the match, after his loss. He's going to hang around backstage, be thrown back in the ring, get beaten up. The 3 German lads. Dean Ho will come back to his rescue. Saves the day. So we're going to have Dean Ho back on this one. Now we have a couple of major stars here. We have Ray Stevens and we have Torquemada. These two in a singles match against each other could be the best match of the night. We're going to save that one maybe for a show. Let's see, who do we have as a babyface who Torquemada can rip limb from limb? Who do we have who has got good momentum? Ray Stevens obviously is quite good. Don Morocco's neutral. Torquemada, we can't have him in a long match. He's not here for a long time, he's here for a good time. And what he thinks is a good time is ripping people limb from limb. The belt on the line. Torquemada. Storytelling. Domination. And obviously, pinfall win, clean victory. Angle. In the ring, beat down. So Torquemada showing his dominance here. Takes down both Don Morocco. Let's see, Dusty Rhodes is there as well. Peter Maivia. Torquemada, because the lads come out to help him, you see. Beats down 3 wrestlers first match. So Don Morocco needs help, but the cavalry get thwarted, that's a good word, as well, and beaten down for their troubles. Could we add an angle note in for this one? An angle idea. Dean Ho idea. Tony Bourne idea. No, we cannot. Though we can add it to this one where Dean Ho saves the day. There we can add an angle idea, couldn't we? Big gamble. Okay, we need 32 more minutes, and we're at a good level of angles plus matches. We've got some of the best talkers in the business, like Ray Stevens and Roddy Piper. We'll put those two in a tag match. They're going to do a promo afterwards. Tag team view. Heels. Evil Incarnate, or Gorky and Ivan, or the Hells Angels, or Beauregard and the Claw. I think that's a good team. Ray Stevens. Little Stevens, Underground Garage. Yes, Ray Stevens. Storytelling, open. And they're going to get the victory because of a botched interference by none other than Greg the Hammer Valentine. He's going to knock Beauregard off the side. Greg, what are you doing? Creative finish. Are we only when he can be the victor? Of course. Well, we'll let that one lie for now. And then we're going to do a 7-minute promo backstage. Ray Stevens, Roddy Piper, and Greg Valentine and Dutch Savage. Not Dusty Rhodes. Stevens and Piper promo. Ray Stevens, one of the best people on the microphone, which we have, so that's going to be very good. There. Working analysis. Piper and Lewin too much in the show. What storylines did we have that we have not done yet? That one we've used. This one we are in the middle of. Donna Vivian, of course. And then this one we've got some action to do there. Mark Lewin, Tony Bourne. We're already using Mark Lewin too much, according to this. Angle, backstage, beatdown. Donna on Vivian. We can put it on sex appeal or selling an injury. Sex appeal. See if this one makes any difference to the ratings. Purely for ratings. Viv. Post match. Which means they're going to have a match. Which means we're going to have a tag match as well. This is the night of tag matches. 6-woman tag match. There we go. And the women's division. Baby faces. We got Judy. We got Murray. We've got Vivian. Against Donna. Kay Noble. And who should we use? Saturday. We have not used Evelyn as much. Vivian is going to get the victory. Lift the crowd. Flash pinfall finish. Nobody is going to expect this. Okay. And there should be Saddam post-match. Let's have a look at the office here. Creative. Who is the talking the talk? It's Ray Stevens, then Beauregard, then Bobby Shane. Okay. I think Bobby Shane is going to do an interview. Let's have a think. Interview. The interviewer is going to be Beauregard because he's got charisma. He's got it all going on. And the interviewee, it's going to be Bobby Shane. And of course, he is very upset with Mr. Gene Knitsky. Shane on Knitsky. Because Knitsky, he pulled the wool over his eyes and he got the victory at the show last time. Okay, 70% not penalised. 93 minutes, got 95 total. I think that'll be a good show. We're starting with the women's match. A couple of singles, tag matches. Torquemada looking strong. And we're continuing the storylines here with Eric and the German team. The All-Star 8-man tag is kind of the whole show sort of built around that one. And what can we have to open the show or before, like in the pre-show? Well, we can have Chris Colt and Dusty Rhodes. They can have a match. Give them 5 minutes. put Chris Colt over, work the crowd. We've got another singles here. No, maybe a tag. Got loads of tags on the show, so why not? Harasazaki with Gary Hart. It's good using the user character sometimes. Johnny Costas and Peter Maivia. We can have Harasazaki getting the victory as well. Oh no, got all the heels going over today. Okay, so that is our event for the TV show. All-Star Tribute, Dean hosts the day. Okay, I think this will be a medium sort of show. We're not looking to... This is kind of the post-Redwood Rebellion hangover show. And maybe some of the people are hungover on the event. Who knows? We'll start the show. Evil Enterprises in a decent pre-show match. Evil Enterprises, Harasazaki and Gary Hart defeat Johnny Costas, Peter Maivia. Johnny's getting very low ratings. Peter Maivia is about 55, which is good. Maybe consider him for a feud soon. 42, not great. Chris Colt got a good rating, and he seemed to be in his right mind today for this event. So we're moving on to the event proper. 42, I'm hoping we get around that for the start of the show with the 6-woman tag match. 45, good. And the Donna Vivian advanced, but oh no, lost heat. It's a shame. Kay Noble, only a 29 rating. It's not great, but we're continuing with the storyline here. Marie Laverne seemed off her game, but despite that, good performance. Okay, so we're learning sex appeal angles are not where it's at in this promotion. Oh, when Mr. Eagle says that, what you think you're doing, lad? You know, it's not quite right, is it? Yeah, not from Yorkshire, it's from Blackpool, isn't he? How do they talk from Blackpool? Lancashire accent. I'm going to work on that one. A 73 rating. Okay, this is where it is at. Okay, forget their women beating down women angles. People want to see Bobby Shane and they want to hear him talk. Beauregard was the interviewee. Was the interviewer, even. So a bit of comedy there with him. He's a heel, but he's a heel people seem to like. And I like him. And he did a masterful job of improvising interactions with the crowd. Bobby Shane is getting better at his gimmick. What is his gimmick? We don't know. But it's good. As I say, new star rising. He might be the one to topple Gene Kinitsky. An average 7-minute interview. Wow. And this is the one I thought would do really well, but it did not. Dutch Savage was off screen, Greg off screen. The veterans, tag team veteran storyline advanced, but with yikes. No, 44. I thought anything Ray Stevens would get a lot higher. In a decent match, Gates of Dawn, which of these two defeated Beauregard and the Claw. Alright, Roddy only got a 33, but he's still learning. The Claw looks very stale. We have to rejuvenate the Claw somehow. 57 though, middle of the road match for the middle of the card. We should do better by Ray Stevens. This is our booking, making him look worse than he is. Honestly. But yeah. Beauregard benefited from a hot new move. Well, I couldn't have figured that one out with a 42, but here we go. And a 57 here. Again, this was designed for tall combatants to look strong and look over. There's a limit when it's a match, which is 2.5 minutes. Okay, nearly 3 minutes long, but there's a limit of how high rating you can get. 57 is kind of middle of the road. This is not the main event. If our main event would get 57, I'd be worried. And the angle. They love angles when they see Tokamata beating down people. 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Maybe you can get beaten down 5 people next time. But yeah, 75 rating, the top rating of the show so far. And the crowd heat at the end is hot. People like to see Tokamata hurting people, at least here in the Pacific Northwest. It seems to be one of their hobbies. Okay, and an average 4-minute interview. Dean Ho and Eric here took the microphone. They were interviewed by Keith Jackson, the nicest man in wrestling, about Frankie Von Lane and the Von Steigers. Again, this is about the All Germany feud. Moving it along, but not great. But in about the had superb wrestling and great heat, Dutch Savage and Gene Kinitsky. Oh no, they're evil heels. They got the victory and pinned Dean Ho. What? The wrestlers went all out. And now Dutch Savage and Gene Knitsky are the co-holders of the NWA Pacific Northwest Tag Team titles. Good Lord, I did not see that one coming, even though I booked it myself. But brilliant. This is what we like. Full-on match. A kind of a pay-per-view style match, or a big event style match on the TV for free, and a title change. Wow. And the All-Star thing here, the angle was a failure. Oh no. So Frankie Von Lane and everybody were beaten down, and Dean Ho came out, but it did not work. And then the 4-minute video package. I'm sure they chose some amazing music to go along with this video package, but it didn't quite make it. There you go. And the main event of the evening. I think nothing could beat the match we had, but this was okay. It did okay considering who we had in this one. They had great wrestling, good heat. Antonio Iannucci, Bobby Shane, Tough Tony Bourne, and the Moondog Main defeated Frankie Von Lane, Mark Lewin, and the Von Steigers. Mark Lewin was eliminated first. That's fair play. Least amount of star power. Then Kurt Von Steiger, Tony Bourne, Carl, finally Frankie Von Lane. So it told a story, but Tokamata was there, and he interfered a little bit. Well, the babyfaces still got the win. So Antonio Iannucci got the victory and advanced 3 storylines here. Great finish was a success. I don't know if we'll see that reflected in the heat of the storylines afterwards. With the crowd rating 49, I would expect that to be higher. I'd expect that to be up at the wrestling rating. Crowd heat at the end was white hot, so they seem to enjoy it, but I don't think this is going to be growing our brand as such. This isn't exactly what we wanted, but we have to think of maybe a new feud, something to do with Dean Ho maybe after this one. No popularity changes, 68 rating, and we used Roddy Piper far too much. Financial report. We are making money. We're making money every single show. That's not a worry. No popularity and no other changes there. Obviously can't do a media scrum when it's on television. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was This Week on Television. Let's have a look. We'll do some post-show stuff here. Okay, Jack Nicholson. Okay, that was the last one. Time to Heal, The Claw, Gene Knitsky, Bobby Shane, and Gene Knitsky. But that was Jack Nicholson gone because he left as well with Freddie Blassie, and obviously he turned on Antonio Iannucci to end the show, and that's why Tokamata won the belt. But white hot momentum. The guy, The Claw, here says he needs a new gimmick or something else. Prepare a gimmick change. He can play dominant well, badass, offbeat, unstable. I think offbeat, unstable. No creative ideas. Okay. Unique, creative. We can move this. It can be like really far in this direction, middle, low. You can have a kind of scale here. But we'll go for the unique, creative kind of in the middle here. So here's voices. So we'll say he hears voices. And we will deploy that one, confirm gimmick change. He's using a crazy gimmick, but now he's going to be offbeat, unstable. And we'll see how that affects. He might get a big momentum change when he does that one. And again, we'll see. He looks very unstable. Wouldn't surprise me if he hears voices. But the voice that you're hearing in your head is my voice, and I'm not William Regal here telling you not to, do your forward rolls. Are you an imbecile? Very good, Daniel, yes. Not William Regal, but I am here to tell you that it's the end of the show. And hope to see you next time, where we will be starting some new feuds, looking at how we can get things started and figure out what main event we're going to have at Trailblazers in 20 days' time. I hope to see you there. This has been TEW9, the exploration of the Portland territory. Now you can return back to whichever town that you came from.